Welcome to the panel breakdown in the Monkeys Fighting Robot Studios. I'm your host, Matthew Sardo. I am very excited about today's episode because we're going to be talking comic books. I mean, how are you not going to be excited about talking comic books? But what I want to talk to you about is this table right here. This is my setup. I figured out how to deflect the light and everything like that. And I'm going to start just adding stickers to this. So I get lots of Kickstarters and they come with lots of cool things. And I'm just going to keep adding them to it. So if you have a comic book or you're a publisher and you want to send me stickers for the main board, let me know. I'll give you my address and we can get them on here and stuff. And these will always be at the beginning of the video. You know, I won't give it this huge introduction, but like it'll definitely be like, here you go. And then we'll set up everything and go from there. So send me a sticker and we'll put it on the big board and we'll fill this thing up. I have tons of Kickstarters that are sitting in boxes right now that I need to open up. And hopefully they have some stickers. There's some disc golf stuff here as well. But no, let's get on with the episode today. So Monkeys Fighting Robots. What are we going to be talking about today? Let's set up our little station. I love this board. This board helps out just in the setup of the flow of the comic book. But oh man, what is going on? We had a buttload of subscribers this week. It was pretty amazing. And we are going to be doing a giveaway at 1,000 subscribers. 1000. Boom. That's when we're going to, and we are at 909. I want to say we had like 36 subscribers in the past week. And then our video, the Frank Miller video, is our highest viewed video of the new series. So the panel breakdown is doing awesome. So thank you so much for your support, guys. You know, like and subscribe if you're new, because once we get to 1,000, I have a few comic books. Is that going to be an S? Is that an S? A few comic books that I want to give you guys. And I think there's even like this guy book. Let's see if I still got it. Yeah. Oh, yeah. There it is. So we have that going on. Oh, I forgot about this right here. You need a little of that too. So I have some comic books that I've been holding on wraps that I'm going to be giving away to the winners of the giveaway once we get to 1,000 subscribers. And when we get to 950, boom, boom. That's a little bit better. I will show you these books, and I'm very excited about what to show you because I was like digging through my books and it was good, some good stuff. So okay, what do we got today? What are we talking about? This was a good week, comic books, but how could I not talk about this book right here? Just look at that cover. Oh man, I do. Oh, and you can't. I don't know if you can see this, but I do like that DC is putting the cover artist on here. So when you get your variants and stuff, they have this like little thing right here. So Mikel Janín, and this cover, it tells the whole story. Like it is so beautiful. I just love the colors. I mean, the purple just works really well. I mean, when you have the hunters going on there. So we got Geoff Johns, we got Mikel, and then we have Jordie Bellaire. This is going to be fun times. This is going to be really good. His artwork is very clean. That is the one thing that I did notice is that his artwork is so clean. And I'm like ducking around the camera to see everything and to make sure everything's lit up perfectly for you guys. So there are a few things here. There's a few splash pages that look amazing. The color is perfect for the book. I like what they're doing panel wise. And then also DC has a whole bunch of stuff going on that looks amazing. I love this lettering here. Very simple, keeps everything clean. And I like that these are 3 different colors in the setup because you're setting up time. And then you have this giant splash page. Look at those colors. I'm doing my best to make sure they translate through the video and everything. And they look really, really good. So who we got? Did we miss anybody? We got Robert Leigh in letters. And then we have Jerry Arway. I think he's doing like the vintage. And we'll see that later. So after reading this book, and there will be some spoilers here because we're talking about the art and stuff. I want to talk to Geoff and I want to talk to and Mikel about this page right here. I want to know if this page is to signify something is off in the book. Because I don't think we see it anywhere else. Everything else is very nice panels. And you have this swirly panel right here. And she's upside down right there. Like, I want to know, like, what this is. If it's just to show movement or if it's to show that something's off in her universe. And it could be both. And again, if you're laying out a big splash page, like you have the big words right here, leads down to the character. You have a nice like rule of thirds, and then all of this dialogue kind of floats down into here, and then you build back up. So very well laid out panel. Oh man, these splash pages are just beautiful. And look at the colors. Like Grundy is just, it's funny because I was like, I don't know if you guys know about like Frono's photo. He has some Lightroom settings, and I've been playing around with that because I got some. So I've been working with color palettes of photos. So this reminds me of one of his presets because like everything is in this muted tone, and then you have Solomon Grundy, um, just perfectly colored. Like this is crazy good. Like that is beautiful right there. That page is what I like to call fire. This page is fire. And then look at this. This right here. They're not using it all the time, but it's just enough. Oh man, if Anthony was here, he would be like, negative space. It's a beautiful thing. But look at this color palette. Like this is the shine from the light. Look at all that stuff. I'm basically going to talk about colors a lot because it's beautiful. This book is beautiful, and like there's detail here and detail here, but look how clean this book is. And then this lets Jordie do her thing with colors. Like everything's clean. If there was so much detail in here, like I don't know how it would move. But man, like you just like it, the world comes upside down. So I want to see what this looks like. Right. So we're going back and forth. So on the reread, okay, so we have clack, and it's pull, and then then he's upside down. So it's the upside down of Solomon Grundy. So it might not be the universe that's upside down. Maybe I'm reading into things. But for this person, the world is upside down. And that's crazy. That's crazy. But yeah, the splash pages are beautiful. And look at this glow. This book just glows so much. And the balance of colors, it's really beautiful. The ads in this book are really good too. Every ad just looks, this is a very beautiful book. Eric Larson talks about this a lot. Like, look how clean Power Girl's face is. Any extra lines will make her look older. And I think now with modern coloring, you can keep things clean and then let the colorist add some texture and depth. I'm trying to see if this, because this is not coming through so well in the video, but you can see a little bit here and here that the colors are adding depth, but she still looks youthful without adding like extra lines. Even Solomon Grundy doesn't have a lot of lines, but he still looks insanely good. And I love that they're going to be going back to this image a lot. There's a lot of repetition of angles and repetition of like history. And then this is everybody's talking. You got a solid panel layout that clearly gives everybody's opinion. Like this is a beautiful cover. Everything looks really gorgeous. Like DC is like look at that. It's a great cover. Here's where Jerry shows up. This is a good history lesson right here. This took me a little bit to figure out like what was going on here when I like flip through, but like it all works. And then there's a setup here that I didn't even notice the first time with this green. If you because you look at this and you're like, oh shit, something's happening. But this green sets up that panel. Oh man. The reread on these things is so good. But you go from green to red to then a muted tone. That's a nice look at the Mikel does angles so well. Like look at the force and the power and like and this isn't like an overpowering sound effect. And then you have the balance of the smoke. So you have action. You have the action, and then you have like the aftermath, and then you have the emotion, storytelling in 3 panels. Oh, and there's movement, and then we're back to this. Yeah, this expands on that tone right there. But without the white pants, see how this is a very thin panels. It feels darker, and then it lightens up here with the big panels. I don't know if this could have popped a little bit more. I don't know if you would have shaded him differently with a different tone so it popped out. But here, man, I like this angle of the face. That's it. We've seen this before. This is like a Doctor Strange pose, but this is just really good. Yeah, look at this. Look what's going on with DC. I'm not a homer either. And so then look at this palette and then go to here. Like we're in a completely different vibe. And then I was like, okay, this is like a retelling from the Huntress's point of view. This is from his point of view, him telling the story. And so this is why you have this color palette, because he's in control. He's the one talking. And then here you have this color palette, and this is when the Huntress is talking about it. And since he's the villain and maniacal, like this is very unemotional. This is like, we're just going on a killing spree. This is what we're doing. I have nothing to think about this. This is what I do. I kill people. And then when it's from the Huntress's perspective, you have this red. It's emotional. Like it's angry. It's gut wrenching. It's everything that she's going through. And this different color palette shows that emotion. Like, what is this? I love these ads. These ads are awesome. And then when he's back to talking, it's back in this color palette. And now this is a combination because he's doing this to her, but she's going through this. So you have this red. I do look at how clean all this stuff is. And this orange kind of sticks out. Like the coloring in this book is just top notch. It's the combination of a really clean artist and an amazing colorist. Like this really pops on camera, where it's a little bit muted. This color isn't that bright in my book, but it looks gorgeous there. Like you see, like look at those lips and the eyes, like the realization. Like you don't even need this, but like it all comes together. And then we have a different, slightly different color palette. And then I like this graininess that's coming through. And then like you have this layer of this because this is old Catwoman, this is her former self, and this is her daughter. Like there's layers to everything here. That's good storytelling there. That's the putting the past and the present together on one page. And then the future, like, and then it's a mom coming to the rescue. Oh man, this is gonna be craziness to talk about that. That'll be, we'll talk about that one. And then 18 years from now, 1 year from now, 1976, 1941, or 1951. And then the punchline. Next, 1940. The angles on this X is really done well. And then you have the rule of thirds. Like I don't, and then it might be the same angle as where that we were looking at them from above earlier. Let's see if I can pull that back. Where they're at the table. That would be cool if they're pulling that off. Oh man, so many great panels on this page. The colors and it's the paper. I think the paper is like it's the non-glossy paper. Okay, so that's the Justice League there. So it's the new table, old table. No, it's at a different angle, but it's close. We're familiar with it. And now you're like, oh shit. Now we have to see what happens next. All right, so there's one panel that I want to talk about. Let's see what else is going on here. Interview with Todd and Titans. The ads in this thing are bonkers good. Let's see if I can Power Girls talking. And there's one thing that kind of just doesn't flow. And I don't know how you would fix it. Okay, so this panel right here, I read this and then I read this. I don't want them hear it. And so over here, it says, then she speaks as softly as I've ever heard her. And I was like, okay, where does she speak? And it's this right here. So like, I don't know if you need to like relay this out. There's a lot of stuff that has to happen. And this is a good setup. But you'd almost have to reverse the angle. And I don't think that would work as well either. But like you're going from here to here and then you're supposed to read here. Where like my brain wants to read this like right away. So I don't know how you would how you would fix this panel. I'll talk to some people. There's some people that respond to my texts, or not texts, but like my messages on social media. And I'd be like, okay, how would you fix this? And so I might ask Eric Larson how he would fix this, or if he thinks this is an issue. So, but I'll get some information on that. But that's the one thing that I noticed where I was like, oh, and I kind of like fluttered there. But then everything else flows to here. You come down. across, see how everything kind of connects, and it's like, oh, something's going on, punchline. But I don't know how you'd fix that. So if you know how you would fix it, how would you fix this? Where how would you, would you put this first and then kind of be able to rewrite it that way? I don't know. But overall, Justice Society of America, number one, the new golden age, is really good. It's really, the art is just phenomenal. And it was a great book to kind of like break the panels down and look at what the colors mean and what everything means there. So let me know if you picked up Justice Society of America and what you thought of the book. Let me know what books you think I should cover next week or other books. There was a few other books I picked up this week. But yeah, that's where we are right now. This is the panel breakdown. I'm Matt Sardo, and I will see you next week.